Happy Tuesday, you guys. Thank you so much once again for tuning back in, and let's get right into it. So the Nasdaq definitely had a lot of potential today for both sides, for TQQQ and SQQQ, right? You could have made money either way. There was a lot of margin, as you can clearly see. And the direction overall has ended. It's currently 5:10 p.m. and the direction has ended down on the day, right, in favor of SQQQ. There was a nice rally early on that I'll talk about, but ultimately, as you can see, the market ever since its close even has continuously just been selling off and just making lower lows and lower highs, right? We are starting to see some little form of support down here, but let me just quickly cover how I did on the day. I was green. I managed to basically make back everything I was red yesterday, but our account overall on the whole was basically broken even. I was up $51 on SQs and $21 on TQs, right? So I made money on both of them, on both directions, and I'm going to share that with you guys a little more. But yeah, definitely a roller coaster of a day. I'd say at the peak when the market was up at highs here, our account was actually up on the day like $280. So it gave back quite a bit and a lot more, right? With this huge sell off, obviously. And it was a big margin. And one more thing, just to let you guys know, is every morning me and my brother trade. We do have the Nasdaq pulled up here with the ETF we're trading, just to share with you guys. You can do that. We can make a video going into more detail how to do that, but right, we basically just send orders here as we're seeing what's going on. We don't have two different screens, and you can do that just using this feature. You basically just click to have like two different panels or one or anything like that. So yeah, that's basically what we do. But as far as the Nasdaq goes, I just want to make it a bit bigger for you guys, but I just want to share with you guys my thought process in terms of what I was looking out for that I made a mistake yesterday on. And right around here was 6:30 in the morning when the market opened up, and immediately we started to see a push down, right? So I made sure to look at the different time frames. Like I told you guys, it's so important to do if you're going to try and get a good understanding of where direction can be headed. And right around here, right, going into the pre-market, the market opened up right around here and it was starting to sell off. So I saw two potential plays that could happen. The market was going to either continue to sell off and break the support and keep falling, right, for new lows, or it was going to try and find some support like it previously did. Those are basically the two outcomes I was looking out for, and it really did me well looking out for them, because right around here, this is the 10-day, 30-minute time frame, just to share with you guys a different time frame, a larger one a bit. And the market immediately, right, started to sell off. And the reason why I thought it was possible it could keep falling and selling off was because look at this previous pattern. The market has been downtrending, and anytime it tends to trade up near this top VWAP here, right, the red line up here, it tends to act as a resistance and keep selling off. And that's what I noticed, right? It wanted to keep forming a resistance right around this area, and I thought it could very well keep falling like it did before, right? It briefly broke above the SMA, but overall it's going to keep falling, and that's what I was looking out for. It could have kept falling and kept selling off. So that didn't happen. We ended up finding some type of support, right? And that's what led me to think that now there could be a little higher low forming, right? Because there was, obviously, showing you the 1 day, 1 minute time frame again, right? There were these nice little pops in the pre-market, kind of there were these nice little support areas is what I'm trying to say, right? The market did rally and find a support right around here before and pushed up. So when I saw I wanted to try and do that again, that's why I wanted to make sure to be aware of that and start going with TQQQ, even though the market was selling off, right? I was looking out for these potential plays. And in terms of overall on the day, you can see that the market tended to have highs around this general area and lows around this general area. So you could have basically timed it to look for plays. Anytime the Nasdaq approached around the bottom, you could have looked for a play up for TQs and vice versa, right? A play when it was up above near the top VWAP, a play for SQs. And yeah, that anytime the market trades between channels like this, I find it to be pretty choppy, like flip-floppy. And it's not until it has a clear break of direction where it'll really try and rally. So that's what we got, and the market ultimately didn't want to hold and keep going, and it did end up getting that resistance, right? we did get this nice sell-off, and if you look at the different picture, right, the bigger time frames, a lot of people may have thought that the market was only going to keep rallying because it broke this resistance right here. But if you look at it on the bigger time frame, you'll see that it could definitely have still struggled around this area, right? It didn't even break the high it previously had earlier on. This was yesterday, and it couldn't even break that, right? So it did push up, right? It may have faked everyone out, but ultimately did keep validating this downtrending pattern. It hit the top VWAP and fell. And I just want you guys to be aware of that. That's what I'm looking out for, right? When I say look out for these potential bounces, the market was pushing up. A lot of people may have got aggressive, only for it to actually, big picture, if you guys can see, can basically just keep validating that pattern, and it had a nice fall. So we'll see what's going to happen. Right now, it looks like the market wants to keep selling off, right? And continuing that downtrending pattern. But at the end of the day, this is why it is so valuable, in my opinion, to learn the skill of day trading. Because today in the morning, you could have locked in your money. Let's say you got in on this big move for TQQQ. And once you locked it in, if you thought it was fizzling out, that's it. You would have been up on the day. You could have walked away. And even with the market selling off this aggressively, you could have walked away basically up a nice amount on TQQQ, right? Without having to worry about this whole downtrending pattern. That's why it's so valuable to be able to just lock it in and walk away for the day, right? Not have to worry about anything, any news or anything like that that could impact it. But yeah, that's just it for the recap today, guys. As far as how I was able to make money, I just basically timed the plays for the highs and the lows, right? When the market came back down here and I saw support forming, I got into TQQQ and I started to add more as it went up. And the majority of my money today I actually made on SQQQ. So as the market started to fall, it was, I believe, on this play down right here, when I saw it starting to validate this downtrending pattern, I got in and averaged up as it fell, and I sold kind of right around these bottom areas because, like I said, I wanted to play it safe. I knew a big change of direction could happen with all this choppiness. So thank you guys so much. I'm excited to keep tuning back in for the rest of the week and trading, and I hope you guys will tune in too. And tomorrow should be pretty interesting because it is actually the investor day for Tesla. So we'll see some pretty cool announcements, I think, and we'll see if that has any impact on the stock. But thank you guys so much once again. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.